What kind of implant do I have? I have a spinal stimulator. The company that produced the stimulator or makes the stimulator is Boston Scientific. So I had the implant in September? Yeah, September. And it was a process. They had to do a trial run before the implant. And, there's been a large margin of improvement with my spine before the implant. So let me tell a little bit more about what the implant is for. For me, I've had a chronic back condition since 2006. And for me, the back condition exhibited symptoms as severe as I couldn't get out of the bed. I wasn't able to work. It really was a huge impact on my life. I used to jog. I was very active, very social. But that ended in 2006. So I've had one surgery, spinal discectomy, where they actually removed a portion of disc and bone from my spine. I've had all of the nerves in my spine and 8 lumbar locations burnt. They singed them, fried them. And I've also had epidurals. Basically, an epidural is something they give women when they're pregnant and they're having a baby to numb the bottom portion of the body so they can have the child without a lot of pain. And none of those seem to work. So in 2010, this procedure was offered through my healthcare provider, and I took them up on the offer. For me, the way it helps, like I said, I was pretty much not able to move or be active. So what it's allowed me to do is actually get moving again. So I'm able to take classes, hang out with friends, and even sitting for long periods of time is pretty brutal. So it's allowed me to get moving again, which is an amazing thing for the body, because the body wants to move. The more you move it, the more it wants to move. The more sedentary that you are, the more your body wants to just relax and do nothing. So movement for people that have injuries is really important. So I think I want to talk a little bit about the bionic qualities to this implant. To me, it was really crazy because when I heard about it, the first thing I was thinking, like what in the heck? Like, have something implanted in my body? Like, how would it feel? What would it be like? So the surgeon actually showed me the device. It was about 3 centimeters, a round disc, 3 centimeters in diameter, and then probably about half an inch thick. And basically, it would go to like a hub, and there would be electronic wires that would be sent out from this hub to varying locations in my spine, from my lumbar all the way up to my thoracic vertebrae. So they showed me the device and the wires. Trying to think the next step. A representative from Boston Scientific actually sat with me after surgery to set the wires to varying degrees of impulse and strength. So it was staggered impulses and strength. So duration and magnitude of strength on the spine. So I was actually hooked up to a Wi-Fi device, which is kind of crazy. So I'm looking at the computer screen and watching him, plug everything, all the numbers in. It was on a graph, so it was pretty high tech. And after that, I was given a remote control. So once every week, I have to charge the implant with an external, it's a battery device, which I also have to charge. So this sits on a charger all week. I pull it out, it starts beeping, I check for a green light, and then I have a surgical adhesive that I basically mount this device to my back for about an hour to charge it. And once I do that, I can just use my remote. It sends a signal. You can hear it beeping. Once it connects, I can change, I think it's like 4 settings for the back. And it's pretty crazy, So I've had, it's pretty powerful, this thing. I had an experience in the car where I accidentally set the thing. It was off. and you can still maneuver the buttons with the effect being off. So I had it off and it went really high. So I turned it back on and I'm driving and I basically couldn't move my legs. So this device is pretty powerful. Like it can really take a big impact, a wallop. So yeah, it's been amazing. So but there's a lot of benefit as far as just my life. I was really depressed and having some challenges, just getting up and moving, because when you don't feel well and you're on pain meds and going through all that, it's a process that I wouldn't wish on my enemy, So I've gone through all that. So for me to have this device and just to be able to get up and move is a miracle, So I think anyone who has a bionic device of any kind, whether it's an external arm or a leg or, something to help you see or feel, to me, it's so important, because the device is giving people back a piece of their life that was lost, So, so I'm really passionate about this. Bionic sounds like really high tech, and to some respects it is, but the benefit and the impact on a person's life is it's just amazing, So to me, I'm pleased to have it. The percentages of benefit vary depending on, how I'm feeling. It's, same thing like when people are tired, your body reacts in different ways. But, I just turn the thing on, let it work all day long. It's a tingling sensation. I can feel it all the way down on my toes, So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. So even when people don't realize it's on, I'm just doing my thing, and people don't know it's happening behind the scenes. And that's about it for my spinal stimulator. So